Thank you, Madam Chair. Chief Christensen, thank you for your work. I wanted to ask if you, I'm assuming you've seen the National Interagency Fire Center Wildland Fire potential outlook. These things are always so instructive to me because they say exactly where we should be looking for this fire season. Unfortunately, as I look at this information, the thing that I see, particularly for June and July, is right across the state of Washington. So I can tell you, we already felt like we had a bad fire season last year. Now, we might not have been the epicenter of the fires as much as Oregon was, but we certainly had a lot of impact. And so this is concerning to me that we are projected to be above normal as it relates to fire season. So I'm assuming that means, I don't know what last season was, I actually don't think, I'm not sure where we were on the normal. What did you say last year was normal, and this is above last year? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Senator Cantwell, particularly the concerns on the western part of the state. That is very unusual this early, as you know. I happen to know from reports from Washington Department of Natural Resources, they've had well over 60 large fires, and the majority of those have been in western Washington. So that's quite unusual. We've had, as you know, a very drought conditions this winter.
So you get my attention anytime the map basically targets western Washington and southeast Alaska, and basically say that in early June, we could be above normal for fire season. That's not normal, okay? So
It's supposed to be a rainforest.
So it's so challenging. So that brings me to my main point, which is we worked very hard collaboratively to try to give money for what we think is fuel reduction, $546 million in the omnibus. We want to make sure that that money is being used as best as possible at this moment. Can you basically assure me that that is going to happen, that you're going to spend fuel reduction money that Congress has given you? Or are we just going to keep setting it aside as we previously have and just wait to spend it on the fires themselves?
No, Senator, we are not going to wait, and I can assure you we are going to invest those funds in the most critical places with the highest risk. As you well know, that is what the framework about shared stewardship is all about right work, right place, right time. And to be quite frank, it's not just a measure of acres treated, because some of those acres are the harder acres to treat, higher cost, but they are the ones that affect communities most at risk or whatever. So we are working very closely, and we'll be soon signing a shared stewardship agreement in Washington State about prioritizing fuel treatment across landscapes and make the best investment.
So nothing in the ignoring of this in the president's budget prohibits you from following up on Congress's ability to give you that money and for you to use it?
We will use whatever resources are given to the agency, Senator. As you know, in preparing this budget, the 2020 budget, we followed the instruction of the administration of reducing at whole by 5%. We made some tough choices, and forest treatments to improve forest conditions and hazardous fuels was the highest priority. So there is a slight uptick in our request. Now, as you know, that meant other programs were reduced.
I would definitely respectfully request a meeting to discuss this fire season hazard and what we can specifically be doing, since the Pacific Northwest in June, July, we haven't even seen what August will look like, but we definitely want to get ahead of this. Definitely want to find out our progress on the scuba water issue as well. And I know that we've tried to give you the flexibility so that you can engage on this. I think the technology that we were able to pass in the wildland firefighting bill to do thermal awareness on fire starts. I just want to understand from you what we can do to use that now so that we can have a quicker response if we are going to see this risk in Western Washington, what we can do to immediately use thermal technology to identify and help maybe contain these fires.
I'd be happy, pleased to come talk with you.
Right, thank you,
Thank you,
Madam
Senator.
Chair. Thank you.